view running? How does it make you feel? How do you see running? How do you view running? The positives and the negatives. Some of you probably think that, it's fun, it's a good way to get healthy, but most of you would probably say that it sucks. It's uncomfortable, it hurts, it's a waste of time. You think, why do people subject themselves to running? There are two kinds of people. There are those people that wish they never started running, and there are the people that wish they could run forever. And here's what I mean by this. So some people just hate running completely, wish they never started. That's probably most of you. But then there are some people, and I promise this is a thing, that are so inclined to run, they have such a big desire to run, that they wish they could never stop because they love the feeling so much. But here's the crazy part. There's really no difference between these two kinds of people, except maybe inhibition, except maybe the desire not to run. And the only way to get past that, hump is just to start running. I'm a firm believer that running is an instinct. Many animals before we even existed ran. I did some research and I found that the first animal ever to run was called a skate. And it lived in the ocean and it kind of resembled a stingray. And it came a very, very long time before humans. So what that means is that dinosaurs ran, mammals ran, monkeys ran, and humans did too when they hunted. So why do we just not feel like it now? Why does it just suck to run if it's such an inherent desire? In our modern society, we've become very lazy, I would say. We can come home from work, we can sit down and watch TV until maybe we go to bed. We only really need a grocery shop once or twice a week. And modern technology allows us to have constant stimulation. So what that means is we can live an entire successful life, without really doing anything at all. Running has become kind of an extra thing. It's the type of thing, you do when you have time to do it. You do it when you don't have any injuries. You do it when you have a New Year's resolution to maybe become more attractive, get into better shape. And that's why it's viewed as so much extra work, because it's this extra, it's not part of our lives anymore. It's a thing that we do in addition to our simple lives. We didn't notice running leaving our lives. But now it's gone. Now we don't run on a daily basis, and we have to invite it back with enthusiasm. We have to give it a chance. If we put running back into our lives, we would feel healthier when we got up in the morning. Our bodies would be healthier, the blood would be moving through to our brains more easily in a way that we could enjoy the amazing things that this world has to offer. It would avoid the monotony of our simple lives, and it would even avoid depression. The benefits of running go way past general health. They can relieve a headache, they can be a meditative practice, they can relieve boredom, and studies show that they can even decrease drug addiction because of that natural runner's high you get. Running is one of the most basic forms of exercise you can possibly participate in, second maybe only to walking. So if running is this necessary in our lives, but we see it as such a miserable activity, how do we change our mindset? How do we get to that point where running is, worthwhile and a fun activity? I'll answer that question with a question. So how many of you know how to whistle? Whistling, if you think about it, when you learned how to whistle, you probably started, you took a couple months to kind of get the feel for where your lips and your tongue should be to kind of maximize that whistling power. Running is exactly the same. Your body needs to learn how to run. It needs to develop that efficiency to be able to participate in that activity. No one really is born with the ability to run. They kind of develop it over time, over more running. So here's my suggestion. Run twice a week. Don't run every day. You'll get too tired too fast. Run at least a mile every time you run. And run at the pace that fits best for you. Run, obviously jog, but don't overwork yourself. But here's the catch. Do that run twice a week for a year. Do it for a very long time, so it becomes part of your schedule, of your weekly schedule. And the reason for that is because you want to get over that hump. You want to get over that first bit, that first month maybe, where running just sucks. Where running is awful, it feels extremely uncomfortable. That's your body getting used to it, and you need to get over that in order to be able to run efficiently and well. And so if you tell yourself, I'm going to do this for a whole year, eventually you'll get over that hump and it'll feel much more comfortable to run. Your body needs time to adjust. Similar to how you need to wake up in the morning on weekdays earlier than weekends, your body needs to adjust for that the same way that it needs to adjust to running. It's an exercise that it might not be used to, and so you have to teach your body that it's okay to run. It's part of your schedule. Running is a simple activity. It's supposed to be easy, it's supposed to be fun. Humans were designed to run, the same way that a car is designed to drive. And so if you give yourself time, if you give your body time to develop that efficiency to be able to run comfortably, I guarantee that one day you will all be the runner that wishes that they never had to stop. Thank you.